Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the united opposition is serious about removing William Ruto from office, allow me to repeat that again. If the united opposition is serious about removing William Ruto from office in 2027, then they must go back to the drawing board and change their current strategy. Because their current strategy cannot remove William Ruto from office. Yesterday, the united opposition held some closed-door meeting somewhere. And while they were doing that, William Ruto was drawing massive crowd in Kisii.
Sasa mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa Kisii. Si mnajua sisi tuko na watu wa kushindana na wao. Wale wa one term, Kasongo, must go, sijui nini. Sasa mimi nataka nikuulize wewe mtu ya Kisii. Wale jamaa watakuja hapa. Hawatachelewa, watafika hapa. Hawana kitu kingine ya kusema. Watakuja hapa wawaambie one term, Kasongo, must go.
And I've always told you on this platform that politics is a perceptual game. There's a perception which President William Ruto is trying to achieve. But the united opposition are not seeing it. William Ruto is facing one major political headache. And that headache is Mount Kenya. Because Mount Kenya voted for William Ruto to a man in the last election. Currently, we are not sure. But after the Mbere and recent political activities in the mountain, I'm persuaded that William Ruto is actually making progress in Mount Kenya. But I never expected William Ruto to receive the kind of reception he received in Kisii. Because the day Fred Matiang'i came back into the country and launched his bid, I knew William Ruto was finished completely in Kisii. But yesterday,
Osoro hapa, Osoro alikuwa siku hizi ni kijana mzuri. Siku hizi ni kijana mzuri. Mheshimiwa Zaire Janda ndio constituency imefika hapa, yuko hapa. Pia moto wa kotea mbali. Mheshimiwa Jafeth Ogamba kutoka Kitutu Chache North. Mheshimiwa Alpha Miruka yuko hapa kutoka Ogembo. Mheshimiwa Steve Mugaka kutoka Nyamira. Mheshimiwa Ntogoro, the women rep kutoka Nyamira. Mbunge gani mwingine yuko? Mama Esi Okenyuri yuko hapa. Mwingine?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm persuaded to believe that the united opposition must go back to the drawing board. Because if they want to do that, then I can assure you, William Ruto is going to easily win in 2027. And the event yesterday in Kisii was strategic and was intended to achieve certain political objectives. Because the crowds, whether mobilized or not, whether they were ferried from Siaya or not, or whether they were ferried from Homa Bay to Kisii, whether, I don't know where they came from, were intended to send a very strong signal. That signal should worry Fred Matiang'i. In this video, I want us to analyze William Ruto's event or visit to Kisii yesterday. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, William Ruto is trying to consolidate the ODM support base. We all know that William Ruto's biggest headache has always been how to fill the gap left by the departure of the mountain. And William Ruto was facing serious political headache, especially after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. Because Raila Odinga had the ability of instructing his supporters to go left, and then they would go left. Immediately Raila Odinga passed on, war erupted in ODM party. Oburu Odinga, of course, was appointed, but war still erupted, and William Ruto was confused. How was he going to navigate it? I think he has now found a formula, and that formula was found yesterday in Kisii. If you are keen, the idea of Kisii, before the president went to Kisii, Simba Arati, the governor for Kisii, who is also one of the ODM deputy party leader, had organized a massive political event in Kisii, which was branded pure ODM.
And on behalf of all the leaders of Gusii, both Nyamira and Kisii, tunakukaribisha hapa kwetu. Sisi tunapenda chama cha ODM, tunapenda viongozi wetu, na vile ambavyo unaona ndugu yetu Simba Arati ametuweka vizuri. Sisi
kama UDA tumesema kwamba hatutasimamisha candidate wa gavana wetu wa
the party and the moving forward. I've seen alliance scavenging, thinking that the party will go down. It won't. That those who are calling us names, I want to assure you that this party, the party that we have built, the party myself I've known for 18 good years as a leader, it will not go down.
The delegates across the country to keep a bull's eye on the prize, so that when we send our party leader and very able men and women that will be on that table.
Pure ODM. And one of the MPs, who is a close friend of mine, attended that rally, and he told me that they were actually shocked at the level of the organization which Arati exhibited there. Because for them, it's normally not very easy. You have 1,000 people and just like that and brand them. Arati did that. So which means the idea is to try and consolidate the ODM support base. And one of the ODM support base is Kisii. Remember, Kisii is now leaning towards Matiangi. But now, the fact that people like Arati are now coming out openly to even go and challenge Matiangi and declare their support for Ruto, it means Ruto is now trying to consolidate the support base, or maybe you can say the wave, the Matiangi wave in Kisii has gone down. So that's number one. Number two, the strategy is to sabotage Fred Matiang'i's 2027 bid. These are the facts. For the united opposition to win, they must front a single presidential candidate for them to win. And again, for the united opposition to win, they must get the right candidate. And they must get the support of the mountain. As things stand today, in the mountain, they have Rigathi and Uhuru. Rigathi is ahead. And both of them are supporting different candidates. Uhuru is supporting Matiangi. Rigathi is supporting Kalonzo. And the truth is, Kalonzo has an upper hand in the united opposition as the flag bearer. So if the Gusii region were leaning towards Fred Matiang'i, because Matiang'i was going to be the presidential candidate, and now it's clear to them that Matiang'i might not actually be the presidential candidate, what next? Ruto is deciding to go there, so that the moment Matiang'i will not be nominated, he will now have a good reason to go and persuade them to support his bid. That is, in my view, strategy of sabotaging Matiang'i, because now everybody, tomorrow if these guys were to meet, Rigathi Gachagua, we know, will ask the question, where unakuja na numbers gani? Where are your numbers? Even Kalonzo will come up with that question. Number three, and this is the thing Ruto wanted to do, and he has achieved it. Create a perception. Create a perception that he has the people. If you are keen, that event was well planned. The speakers were well picked. If Gen Zs had issues with Ruto, no, we had Gen Zs in this meeting.
Hiyo ya style yako ni noma.
Hii ni ya Gen Z. Hii ni ya Gen Z.
Hii ni ya Gen Z. Inaitwa nini hii sasa?
Hii ni two lines thruster.
Two line thruster. Unaitwa nani ndugu?
Naitwa Mugeni Edwin Osoro.
Osoro. Mogeni.
Yes.
Okay, nyumbani ni wapi?
Gesonso.
Poa sana. 1-2 mic text.
Unaitwa?
I'm Brian Atuti.
Umbrella?
Brian Atuti.
Brian Atuti.
Yeah.
Mimi naona wewe ni mtu wa Man U.
Manchester United dam. Hata Usola anaweza kuambia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Man U imefika wapi? Naona they are not doing well.
Juzi tumepiga Arsenal.
Usiseme sana, unajua mimi ni mtu wa Arsenal.
Mtu mwenye tu nilikuwa najua Arsenal ni papa, lakini sasa hakuna mtu anaweza tustoa.
Wewe Brian, usiseme sana.
Hapana. Manchester ni damu.
Kabisa Okay. So how did you apply, Brian? Kwanza nyumbani ni wapi?
Mimi ni mkazi wa Nyamira.
Nyamira.
And lastly, Ruto went to Kisii to gauge the ground. Is the ground still under the grip of Matiangi? Or is the ground slipping away? Kisii is a very interesting region. This is a region that stood with Raila Odinga. During the Sufuria movement, William Ruto and the government at that time tried to portray the protest, the Azimio protest, as if they were only confined to a section of the country, which is the Luo Nation. Then Kisii came out in their numbers. You remember when the MP, Honorable Zahir Janda, even tried to bribe people not to demonstrate, but they still ended up demonstrating. When the likes of Osoro were being chased out of town, trying to bribe people not to organize the rallies, the people of Kisii rejected the government at that time. Then now, they have a presidential candidate in the name of Matiangi. Again, they were rebellious against Kenya Kwanza. But Ruto went there yesterday. He wanted to gauge, are these people still holding onto their previous stand, or are they softening it? I'm 100% sure that I'm 100% sure that the NIS, the intelligence system, has already provided the president with a report. And maybe that's why the president went there with the level of organization he went. I don't know what you think. If you are coming from Kisii, can you explain to me why you guys received the president the way you did? Or do you want to be like the people of Nyeri, who, when William Ruto was received like that, still claimed that people of Nyanza, people were actually ferried? I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.